right, take it away.
Okay, so playing away from Syracuse for the first time this season, this weekend, how'd it feel?
Last weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. It was a nice road trip. I think it was good to experience that for our team. It was a good competitive tournament, so it was a good experience.
Want to highlight that Cornell game down 2-0 after the first two sets. What was sort of the message to these girls before that third set?
Yeah, I mean, we knew going into the match it's going to be very competitive. Cornell has a really good team. They made it to the Ivy League finals last year. Pretty much have everybody back. I think they're actually stronger this year than they were last year. I think they have a really good season ahead of them. So we knew it's going to be tough. However, we also knew that we definitely can beat that team. You know, if we focus on our side, execute at the level we can execute, then we will have a shot at them. So, and that's kind of what we focused on. You know, we worked on making adjustments and just keeping working on our side.
There's a little bit of a stretch, a couple of games where Veronica didn't see much of the floor, and then on Saturday you really kept her in 4 out of the 5 sets she made appearances. Why did you want to keep her in this game in particular against Cornell?
Well, I mean, we have a really good team. We have 17 very good players, very talented players, and they all bring some qualities that can help us to compete. In that particular situation, we thought we were overloading our offense a little bit between Gabby and Saria, and we wanted to create an opportunity for another attacker to put a little bit more pressure on Cornell's defense, and we switched to a 6-2 system. We were bringing in Veronica as a second setter, which really helped us to incorporate another attacker, and that was the reasoning for that. But obviously, everybody that came in did a really good job helping us to make those adjustments and compete against Cornell.
A little bit of a follow-up on that. So you've tried all these different combinations this year with maybe sometimes 2 setters, sometimes 2 middle blockers. Are there benefits maybe to the 2 middle blockers one as well?
You mean like
or one setter, and then more on the attack?
Oh yeah, so I mean the difference is when you have a 5-1 system with one setter, it's easier to create a rhythm, right, a flow, and it's easier to create timing between hitters and setters too, most of the time, you know. But the advantage with a 6-2 system, for example, is that you can incorporate another additional attacker, put a little bit more pressure possibly onto the opponent's defense, you know. So those are 2 advantages. You know, obviously there are times where one or the other makes sense.
In that Canisius game, you held them to 7 points in that third set, and it's also the third time that you guys have held a team under single-digit points in a set this year. How has that really happened? What is the sort of the defensive mindset that's enabled this?
Yeah, Canisius did a really good job in the first 2 sets. They played very competitive. They were very scrappy. They made some really good adjustments. Very well-coached team. I felt like maybe in that third set they might have ran out of gas a little bit, and we were able to incorporate some fresh players in that set that kept the pressure high as well, and I think that was probably the difference, or the biggest difference in that third set.
1 or 2 more.
So another game where I feel like you had a really big test was the Albany game. Even though you guys won all 3 sets, I felt like, you know, watching all of them were really close. One of them got into a win-by-2 situation. How do you think they tested you?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first match of the tournament. It was in front of their home crowd. You know, we knew it's going to be tough, but we wanted that challenge. And to be frank, Albany played really well. You know, I thought they did a really good job. However, we were able to match that intensity and came up on top, even though it was a tight match.
You're deep into non-conference play. Conference play sort of on the horizon. What do you sort of, you know, expect from your girls to bring into that as, you know, non-conference play ends?
Well, we still have 4 matches left in non-conference, so that's kind of the focus still. Conference play seems to be very far from us. I think the focus for us is just trying to improve every match we play. Even within the weekends, you know, we try to improve from the Albany match, the Canisius match, and then from the Canisius match, obviously, to the Cornell match. We have Colgate this weekend. We're playing them home and home, which is a little bit unorthodox, I guess. However, this is the way the schedule shaped up. Colgate is a really, really good team. Have been together for a long time. very well coached team as well. So we're looking forward to the high level of competition. I think after this weekend we have some two really excellent teams coming in too, and hopefully these 4 matches will get us ready for conference play.
Thanks, Coach.